Is it running?
Yeah.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Ramey Show. Today we have here John Adams.
Hello.
Where's your microphone?
Hello. Hello.
Alright John, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, sure. I was the second president of the United States of America. Let's see. I've been alive for a very long time. I was actually born October 30th, 1735.
Oh wow, John. And tell me a little bit about your school life, your education, and how you were able to get the second president position.
Well, yes, it's very hard to gain presidency. Oh, sorry. Actually, when I was 16, I was given a scholarship to attend Harvard University, which you probably have heard about.
Nice. Gotta talk like a boy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Harvard University. And so that is where I gained my education when I was very young. Is he British? In 1755, I graduated. I was 20 years old at that point. And I worked under Mr. Putnam in his lawyer office, and that is where I definitely became more educated and learned more. I was able to gain some respect, where I was able to move up to eventually become the second president of the United States of America.
Now, what changes did you do to add to society while you were president?
I actually served in 90 committees, which is more than anyone else ever in history. In 1777, I became head of the Board of War. The Board of War and Ordnance, which oversaw the Continental Army,
Very good.
which was my major contribution to society. Definitely.
Now, what helped you keep going and keep you motivated to keep on bettering yourself for the country? Like, was there anyone by your side that helped you along the way?
Well, I married a beautiful woman, Abigail Adams. And together we have had 5 children. They're beauties. And it was very hard in our marriage. I was definitely away from home a lot of times due to serving the country, and just I had to commit myself to, being over 90 committees, and so I wasn't able to be with my family as often as I would have liked, but it was just a sacrifice that we all decided to make for the country. But I couldn't have gotten where I am without her by my side.
Very good, very good. Now, what have the decisions you made impact you or America in the long run? Like, which laws did you enforce?
So from 1784 to 1785, I lived in France to help negotiate and come up with some treaties of commerce with several European nations, which was very important to the world, not just our country. In 1785, I was the first U.S. minister to England. Okay.
All right. Come here, John.
So to negotiate the Treaty of Paris, which brought an end to the Revolutionary War. I helped bring an end to the.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now, growing up, how did that influence you? Did it have any impact on how you were raised, which is the type of man you turned out to today?
A descendant of Henry Adams, who came to America from England, which explains my British accent. And so that definitely played a part in my bringing up. My father, John Adams Sr., raised me, and he actually disagreed with me a little in my pursuit of becoming the president. He wanted me to go another way. He was a farmer, actually, but I loved that man very much.
Well, good. That's very good, John. So what part did you have to play in the Declaration of Independence? Because I know you were only the second president, so there was still a lot to add on to that. Did you have any part of that?
Well, in 1774, I was part of the First Continental Congress, which is where I helped draft the Declaration of Independence,
Wow.
which was a big deal in the nation's history. I would say that I'm the founding father.
And do you think what you had contributed to the Declaration of Independence helps us today?
Oh, definitely. I don't want to brag, but I was a big part of it.
So, John, I heard you opposed the Stamp Act in 1765. Tell me a little bit about that.
I hated that act. I actually identified with the Patriots. So I became part of the Patriot cause, and that led me to write for English Parliament called a very important article that I authored, titled Essay of the Canon and Feudal of Law.
Interesting. Can you tell me a little
In
bit about
case
that?
you read that, I'm not sure.
I did. Now, can you tell me a little, propose you to do that?
It was actually in it was a series published in the Boston Gazette.
May 17th, 1766.
Well, in that month, May, the Congress actually approved my suggestion that each of the colonies adopt their independent forms of government. I wrote the preamble, which was approved on May 15th.
So, how did George Washington become the commander of the Continental Army?
Yes, in 1775, I'm actually the one that nominated him to become, the commander. And so he's a good pal of mine. We play croquet together. We ride our horses together.
I mean, he was able to teach. He was
dress
able
our
to tell you
wigs.
his ways and help you for your
Yes,
presidency.
definitely. Although he was a young lad, he
Give you advice.
gave me advice and helped me. I helped him become the first president, which most people don't know that I was a big part of that. And so he was the first president and I was the vice president. And then I became the president after him, which makes me the second president of the United States of America.
Very good, John. Should we wrap it up?
I was elected to the Massachusetts Assembly and was one of the 5 in 1774 to represent the country. So yes, I definitely had some major roles in the country and creating the Declaration of Independence and negotiating and ending the Revolutionary War. Just many behind the scenes, back in the history books. I'm glad that I was able to come tonight, Raimi, to the Raimi Show.
Yes, we very appreciate you being here, and we are so honored to have you. And I'm sure we've all learned a lot more about you. So, is there any other special talents that you have?
Oh, well, I didn't mention that I can dance if you'd like to join me.
Oh, of course. All right, everyone. We'll do our last couple seconds of our dance, and we'll wrap it up. Thank you for being here with us tonight, Mr. John.
Thank you.
Where's the clippers?
This way, you know we got a good thing going, and I don't wanna see it end.
Peace out. Raimi does it tell.
John Adams, second president of the United States of America.
Your name?
Elizabeth Jose.
Swag.
4th period. We love Coach Martin.
Yeah. Look at my sunburn, Coach Martin.